Hey there guys, how are you doing? Just after a bath and after a full meal, so I thought I'll have a nice pipe. But I noticed that there are some pipes that I have to clean. So, I'm not a person who cleans my pipes soon after I smoke. I'll keep it for a couple of hours, maybe a day, before I clean it, because I rather clean about 2 or 3 pipes together rather than cleaning individually each pipe, because I have a process of how I do it. So getting to it, I have about I have my Boswell. This was given to be my night door, and it's a really awesome pipe, and it's got a really deep bowl and some awesome grain. So I got to clean this one. I got to clean my Petersons, and I got to clean this pipe, my Dr. Plums, I believe, Dr. Grable. So I got 3 pipes to clean, and I'm going to show you how I clean it. So before I get into the process, what I generally use is I use red rum. Now I have my red rum put in one of these old cod liver oil bottles. Now I like to use, I don't know if they can see it, I don't want to pour it because I'll pour it on my screen, uh, red rum. I also use cotton buds. I don't know what you guys call. I think you guys call it Q-tips, but this is what I use to clean my pipes. These are very cheap. These are available in my country quite easily, so I preferably like to use these instead of what happened, these which you all use. Now you can find these quite easily in your country, but in my country, one of these pipe cleaners is going to cost me about $50. So that's a huge cost, because I know for $1 you can get about 50 in your country. So I actually reuse them about 3 to 4 times before I actually discard. I've used this about twice, and I wash it, I clean it, and I dry it, and it's good to go. So like I said, I use Q-tips. What else will I be using? I'll be using lip balm. You get it like this. You get it in the stick form that you apply on your lips. I'll tell you why I use that. But now I make my own sort of a lip balm by using Carnuba Wax and olive oil. This is a sample. I've been really using it up to clean all my pipes. Unbelievable. I just came across this, and I'll be telling you how to make it. Man, it is quite difficult to find Carnuba Wax here in Sri Lanka. So also I'll be using hand sanitizer. So these are the stuff I use to clean my pipes. Now come with me, I'll show you the process of how I get this done. Guys, this might be a little bit of a long video. Alright, so this is the setup. First thing that I do is I will actually remove all the stems. Now this is a screw on. This one is my P-lip that I'll just remove like that, as well as the Boswell. So I generally have one of these softy mats that I keep the pipe so I don't damage it. So there is that, and that's obscuring the view. Okay, so these are all my little ingredients that I have, and this is it. So first thing that I do is I generally take care of the rims of the bowls. Now I've noticed for rims, like the charring on this rim is because of the light touching the edges. So what I first do is I will just hold on. Yeah, you won't believe me, but this is quite a true fact. So I'd rather do it with rum, but rum will not remove the stains done by the char. Actually, what does remove it is, yeah, saliva. And you won't believe, you don't know how gross it is, but it actually does remove the tar, the burn stains from your lighter quite well. So now you know why I do this soon after having a wash and brushing my teeth. So what I do is I just start applying it like this. Let me show you quite clearly, and you can see all that gunk coming off. Just by a little saliva. I mean, just look at that. All that just coming off. Some people say you do it by hand, you don't need a Q-tip, but look at that. Okay, so what I'll do is I will do this using one Q-tip. Maybe I'll wet this also with saliva. Now, guys, I only use saliva just for this rim, just for getting all those charring marks out like this. Yeah, there you go. I don't know if you can see that clearly, but there is a lot of gunk on this Q-tip. So I'm going to discard this Q-tip. So that's out. All right. So soon after this is done and this is clean, then this is my red rum, guys. There you can see it. That's the rum. Then I'll use another Q-tip. I'll just wet the tips of the Q-tip, and then I will not apply this on the rim, but I will actually apply this inside the bowl and remove all the the ashes and all that. It's also not only just removing the ashes, but it gives it that sweet impartation of rum into your pipe. So it's flavoring and cleaning both at the same time. So yeah, maybe I'll do that about twice with the pipe. Oh yeah, look at that. Okay, so that is done. Now my bowl is clean, my rim is clean. Now what I do with this is I'll take another Q-tip. Now you can use whiskey, you can use sort of a 99% alcohol solution, but I rather use some sort of alcohol, some sort of spirit with a flavor, so it'll sweeten my pipe as well. Then what I do is I will go into the shank and properly clean it there. All right, I don't know whether you can see this, but this is actually pretty nasty. Okay, so maybe I'll run through that again, but since I want to keep this video short, I'm not going to do that again, but generally I do that again. And then this is quite clean. Now I've cleaned the rim, I've cleaned the bowl, I've actually cleaned the stem, the shank part, so this is good to go, and it smells quite good too. Then I'm going to take the stem. Firstly, I'm going to clean the inside of the stem. Now what I generally do for this is I use only one solution with rum, because I want to clean that rum out once I've done. Now as you know, I know some of you guys use this. Now as you can see, I'm not used this one. I don't know whether this is expensive compared to Q-tips in your country, but for me Q-tips work perfectly because not only is it cheap, but it does a pretty awesome job. There's the gunk. Then I will take the other one, which is clean. I've not wet this one with rum, and then I will just wipe all that excess rum out and you know done. Now if you did notice, using a Q-tip you can only go in about this much in the pipe. You cannot actually get into this part. That is where I use this, so I can just put this through in there, or put it from this side, and I will just clean this bit, you know yeah. So that is what I use this one for. So now since the inside of this is clean, I then have to polish the vulcanite. Now obviously I know all my pipes, all my stems have this softy bit. I always use the softy because I bite. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to sanitize this softy first. So I have the sanitizing liquid. I'll just put a dab of yeah, it's a dab. and I'll run this through. I'll actually get a little bit of the stem part as well because I know my lips touch this. And yeah, soon after I apply that, I will actually go ahead and wipe it. Now since I'm wearing I know this shouldn't be done, but just to expedite the time. Okay, so that is dry and it is sanitized. Getting back to the video, now comes the polishing part. Now what I used to do is I used to use a lip balm. Now these are these lip balms you can get that doesn't have any smell, and it's quite it's just a transparent thing. But what I do now is I apply my special solution. I will actually tell you guys how to make this. I use Carnuba Wax, 2 parts Carnuba Wax to 1 part olive oil, and you get a paste like this. And it is pretty good to apply on your wood pipes, on your I would only say wood pipes and stems, any type of stem. So what I do is I will just apply some of this, and you can see that stem getting jet black. It's protecting it because I know when you're using the hand sanitizer, it actually takes a little bit of that shine out of the vulcanite. So I'll just apply some of this and let it sit for about 1 minute, and then I'll wipe it off. So because of the video purpose, I'm going to do this right now. Hold on guys. Done. I don't know whether you can see that. I know this my new HD cam doesn't have autofocus, so I know you can't see this quite clearly, but it is shiny and it's sanitized, and this stem is good to go. So all I'll do is I will just hold it from here because I've pre-sanitized this part, and just screw it in. My one lines perfectly, yeah. And yeah, this pipe is clean and ready to go, guys. So this is the way I actually clean my pipes, and because it takes so long, I don't do it each time I puff. I actually wait to collect 2 to 3 pipes, and I then preferably like to clean it. So my cleaning is usually once in 3 to 4 days or once a week, depending on how much I'm smoking. But yeah, that's it. So I hope you guys got some information. Sorry about the video being so long. Ciao.